Growing up, I was one for adventure and spontaneity. My most memorable adventures were always accompanied with my bike or skates. I lived in a neighborhood that was urban but also had rural attributes like large grass fields and steep hills. One of the most awkward situations I ever experienced happened close to that field while I was skating. A group of children walked towards the hill and one called my name. I skated towards the children and one girl told me that one of the little boys liked me and wanted to hold hands. Before I knew it, the boy kissed me on the cheek. This kiss happened so fast. It was quick, dry, and barely memorable. My eyes must have been ready to explode because I was surprised and shocked at the same time. After the kiss, the boy stared at me as if he was expecting a critique of some kind. I felt awkward and bamboozled. Although it was unexpected and unwarranted, that kiss taught me a valuable lesson. I learned that reflexes and reactions are normal and that I should not be apprehensive to use either. This awkward experience did make me feel eerie, but it also led me to a better understanding of personal space, inappropriate touches, self-defense, and the male-female relationship. My outdoor adventures always ended with an escapade of lightning bug catching. I recall a few times when I caught more of these bugs than expected, quite like my first kiss. I was 8 years old and the last thing on my mind was boys, let alone kissing. I'm not sure who orchestrated the whole idea, but I felt like it was a setup. Even though we were only children, and this was more than likely a simple display of affection, I did not give the young boy my consent and I felt uneasy. I felt that I received more than I was expecting that evening, and the most difficult part of that situation was having to tell my father what happened. Skating up and down the hill and playing in the grass field were daily pastimes for me. However, that particular evening triggered a very important talk with my father. After the boy kissed me, I could barely look at the group of children, so I turned slowly away with a lowered head and skated home. The young girl followed. My father knew something was wrong and asked us what it was. Before I could say anything, the girl explained what happened. My father looked startled, but amused at the same time. We had a serious conversation about good and bad touches and how kissing was a touch that was not appropriate for little boys and little girls our age. My father also explained the importance of self-defense and ways I could protect myself if the situation occurred again. My father's sister, my aunt, had a talk with me as well. However, her talk was fun and girly because it allowed me to spend one-on-one time with my aunt, who I thought was the most stylish and chic lady ever. She knew how to make me feel less awkward about the situation. She didn't say that the kiss was appropriate, but that the boy was trying to show me that he thought I was nice and pretty. She also explained how my personal space was something that should not be violated, especially by males. The talk was one of the many times I heard my aunt say, "People will talk about you. That's okay because they talked about Jesus." She told me that if they hit me, I should get an adult to help. However, she explained that I was not a punching bag, and if someone hit me numerous times, then I should defend myself and hit back. Even though that awkward moment made me feel uneasy, I learned a lot from it. Awkward situations can either bring out the more understanding side of an individual or a more defensive side. I learned how to use both mechanisms. I am not proud of this cringe-worthy moment, but the lasting effects it had on me are bragging rights. So there you have it. Here's to that awkward moment that found the cat, let it out the bag, and kissed it. Not sure if the cat fought back or took flight, but the cat learned a valuable lesson in personal space, self-defense, appropriate touches, and the male-female relationship dynamic.